I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have a little bit of a head and a neck ache from being on the computer too much to show you how to get rid of pain. And the details are always different, but the basic process is pretty similar. So even if you don't happen to have pain between your shoulder blades and a headache, if you follow this process, you should get some relief. So the first thing I would do is grab a piece of paper and write down from 0 to 10 the level of your pain or discomfort or whatever you call it for yourself. So I'm giving you a second to do that. I'm about a 4, I would say. And you're not going to be tested on this, so just write down the first thing that comes to mind. Don't overthink it. And then the next thing is to kind of close your eyes and visualize the area that's in pain and try to give it some, like a container. I usually ask people to tell me what kind of color it would have if it had a color. If it had a texture, what kind of texture it would be, what size it is, if it reminds you of anything or if it feels like something to you. For instance, for me, I'd say it's kind of like a dull orange, and it's like somebody shoved, you know, those little things that you use to split wood, a little it feels like they shoved one of those in there. And it feels like about that size too, about this big to me right now, and it's wider at the top and smaller at the bottom, and it's not throbbing, it's just kind of like a dull constant ache, and it's kind of going up into my head. So the reason I say write it down is because you're going to have to remember now, or I'm going to have to remember now, dull orange size of a wedge, about this big. What's that? Like 3 by 5. Number 4 or 5 with a little bit of radiating pain. So once you've got that, you start tapping. And you know, you can always go for the emotional aspects behind pain, but if you don't happen to know what they are and you're having some pain at the moment, you can just go straight for the pain itself, which is what I'm going to do right now. Even though I have this pain in my shoulder, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this pain that feels like a wedge shoved underneath my shoulder blade and pressing in, I love and accept myself just as I am. Even though I have this pain that's making it a little bit hard for me to move and it's going right up into my head, I deeply and completely love and accept myself just as I am right now. So tap along with me. Top of your head. This pain in my shoulder. Eyebrow. Feels like a wedge underneath my shoulder blade. Side of your eye. Just shoved in there. Under your eye. Pain in my shoulder. Under your nose. Pain in my shoulder. Chin. This wedge shoved into my shoulder blade. Collarbone. This pain in my shoulder. Under your arm. The pain in my shoulder. Top of your head. Pain in my shoulder. Okay, take a breath. Okay, now do the same thing. Go back inside and visualize. Hopefully you're somewhat visual, but if you're not, make it up. That's fine. And see if there's been any change at all. Frequently, things will shift a little bit. They might change color, texture, size, location. For me, it actually doesn't hurt as much as it did a second ago. It feels like it's smoothed out a little bit, so it's not a wedge anymore. It's more like a, like one of those squishy balls that you use to exercise your hand. So it's a little uncomfortable because I wish it was smooth, but it's not as bad as it was. And it's about the size of that one of those balls, like in my hand. And I don't see that color anymore. It's more like a gray. I don't know why. And yeah, maybe like a 2 now. And I don't feel it vibrating up my neck anymore. I can still feel a little pain at the top of my head, but I don't feel it vibrating up my neck. So I'm gonna go with that now. Even though this is important, when you do another round, you say still or remaining something so that your body, your subconscious, whatever you're working with, knows that you're addressing the remaining stuff that's there. It's not a new issue. You're going for the same stuff. Even though I still have this pain in my shoulder blade area, it's reduced somewhat, but it's still there. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though this pain is sticking in there, it's still there. I deeply and completely accept my body, accept myself. Even though I still have this pain right around my shoulder blade, it's still about a 2. I love and accept myself and whatever messages my body is trying to give me. Top of your head. Remaining pain in my shoulder blade. Eyebrow. This remaining pain. Side of your eye. This remaining pain under your eye. Remaining pain under your nose. It's getting better. Chin, but there's still a little bit there. Collarbone. This remaining pain. Remaining discomfort. Under your arm. This remaining discomfort in my shoulder blade. Top of your head. Remaining pain. Deep breath. And then go back in and check again. You know, even though I do EFT all the time, it still blows my mind that I now don't have a pain in my shoulder. I mean, it's gone. If you have a pain, kind of like wiggle around and see if you can get it to come back. If there's any range of motion that's uncomfortable for you. Okay, well that didn't take very long, so I didn't get to do very many rounds with you. But that's pretty much how you do it. You keep tracking it. Oftentimes, not in my head. Oftentimes, it'll, like sometimes if you have a pain in your back, it might move down your back or start moving down your legs and make its way out of your body. And I honestly can't explain exactly why this happens or how this happens, but it works quite well. So thanks for doing that with me. I feel great now. Take care.